Lost in Dragon Ball. Chapter 14. The God Without a Beginning. To confront what never began is to understand why everything ends. The path without footsteps. The air twisted around them, thicker than gravity, thinner than breath. Saitama, Kael, Vegeta, and the two awakened fracture gods, hunger and stillness, stood at the edge of an impossible space. It wasn't darkness. It wasn't void. It was before. Floating in the emptiness was a horizon folded into itself, a Mobius ribbon of time unspooled, where cause and effect no longer followed in order. Kael looked down at her scanner. It spun, then shattered. "We've arrived," said the god of stillness. His voice, now melodic, brushed softly against their minds. "The place without beginning?" Vegeta crossed his arms. "Feels like nonsense." The god of hunger turned. "Because you are trying to reason with what predates reason." Saitama rubbed his temple. "Sounds like a headache." Stillness extended a hand. "We must walk backward to go forward. Speak no truths. Think no names." "Cool," Saitama replied. "So just walk?" They took their first step into pre-time. Reversed reality. Everything shifted. Saitama blinked, but the blink undid the moment before. Each step pulled them through moments they hadn't lived yet. Their words, when spoken, rewound into silence. Kael dropped to her knees. I saw myself being born then erased." Vegeta roared, but his voice echoed first, then his mouth moved. The world rewound itself with every heartbeat. Forward motion was collapse. Backward motion, creation. Stillness moved calmly. "This is his realm." He never began. He simply waited for all things to eventually end near him. A sphere appeared ahead, layers of concepts spinning around a still core. No sound. No gravity. Just presence. "The third fracture god," said Hunger. "The timeless one. The god who precedes cause." The figure inside the sphere unraveled as they approached. First light, then shadow, then shape. It wasn't a body. It was every moment before identity. Saitama saw flashes, planets forming in reverse, galaxies unstitching, Goku as a child turning back into stardust. Then the god looked at him. Not with eyes, but with wind. "You have not yet ended," it said. "Yeah, working on that," Saitama replied. It floated forward. "You carry intention. A weight that never was. I must test your non-being." Vegeta's aura flared. "Get in line, freak." The timeless god ignored him. It focused on Kael. "You are built on grief. Do you deny it?" Kael stepped forward. "No. I wear it like armor." "Then you may enter." The sphere widened. "To awaken me, you must give me your first forgotten memory." Silence. Kael blinked. "My, what?" "The thing you lost before you knew it mattered." She closed her eyes. Kael's offering. Inside the sphere, Kael stood alone. A memory bubbled up, not one she remembered, but one she had forgotten. A small hand in hers. Her sister, barely 5, whispering, "Don't leave me behind." Kael had turned, walked into war, into purpose, into survival, and never looked back. Tears fell. I forgot her voice. She held it in her palms. Gave it to the sphere. The memory vanished. The pain remained. The god whispered, "It is accepted." Kael stepped out. Eyes red, lips firm. Vegeta's reckoning. Vegeta stepped forward without invitation. "I'm not here to bargain. Just wake up and help us stop Kakarot." The timeless god turned its gaze on him. "You seek to defy fate, but you are bound by repetition. Every version of you fights the same war." Vegeta growled. "And every version improves. Then show me your first surrender." Vegeta's expression froze. Inside the sphere. A vision. Planet Vegeta. His father kneeling to Frieza. Young Vegeta watching, silent. Then his own knees, bent before Beerus. His hand trembling as he bowed to protect his family. He hadn't fought. He had yielded. Vegeta stood straighter. "I did it for them. And that is why you are worthy," said the god. Saitama's void. The god looked to Saitama last. "You do not belong here. Yeah, that's the vibe. You carry absence. A flaw in the sequence. I just punch stuff." The timeless god hovered near. "Then show me your first reason." Saitama tilted his head. "My what?" "Before the strength. Before the training. What drove you?" "I don't." He paused. And suddenly, he didn't remember. Not clearly. A dream of a child. Alone. Watching superheroes. Feeling nothing. No origin. No joy. Just numbness. He had wanted to feel anything. That was it. Not justice. Not pride. Just to feel alive. "I was empty," Saitama said softly. "Then you are the perfect key," the god replied, awakening the unbegun. The sphere contracted. Time spiraled into a pinpoint. The timeless god rose. Now a figure of spiraling sands, ever collapsing. "I am the breath before the first word. And now backslash. I move again." The three fracture gods, hunger, stillness, timeless, stood in triangle. Vegeta stepped forward. 3 down. Kael wiped her eyes. 3 to go. The space twisted again. Reality knitted itself backwards, then forward. They stood once more in neutral space. But it had changed. A presence loomed. The hunter arrives. Black lightning struck the edge of their safe zone. A figure emerged, tall, armored in corrupted Kai metal, eyes burning white. He spoke with 10 voices. "Subjects, anomaly detected. Contain. Dissect. Eliminate." Kael raised her weapon. "Another thrall?" The fracture gods turned. "No," said Hunger. "This is his champion." The timeless god hissed. "He should not be here. Not this soon." Saitama cracked his knuckles. "Guess we're famous now." The champion charged. A blur. A roar. A clash of paradox. Saitama met him midair. Fist met spear. Reality screamed. Collapse and extraction. The battle lasted seconds and centuries. Saitama dodged strikes that hadn't yet been thrown. The champion struck from angles that didn't exist. Vegeta joined. Kael followed. But even together, they only delayed him. Stillness raised his hand. "We must fall back. The fourth seal is not yet ready." Hunger grabbed Saitama. Time folded. They vanished. The champion stood alone. He touched the air. Target marked. Predicted subspace locked. He vanished. Regrouping. The group reformed in a hidden plane between echoes, a sanctuary built by the gods. Saitama breathed heavily. "Okay, that guy punched hard." Vegeta sat, fists clenched. "He was reading us before we moved." Kael looked at the gods. "What was that thing?" Stillness answered. "He is the architect's answer. A being designed to counter anomalies like you." Saitama lay on his back. "Cool. Now we've got an anti-Saitama." Hunger placed a hand on Saitama's chest. "You now carry 3 aspects of eternity. He will hunt you across realms." Kael whispered. "Then we better find the next god first." Echoes from home. Later, as Saitama sat alone, a voice echoed in his mind. "Do you remember what you gave up?" It wasn't a god. It wasn't a memory. It was himself. Not the man he became, but the child he once was. The one who once felt. "I'm starting to." He opened his eyes. Somewhere, across the universes, Goku's eyes opened too. A smile tugged at the corner of his mouth. So, he remembers. To be continued.